Hey guys, what's up and welcome. It's Matthew here, the designer and developer from South Africa. If you are new here, this series started from here. As you can see, it's continuing. Please don't forget to come here and hit that subscribe button. Let's keep it going. So this is where we are at the moment. We've managed to finish the registration form with the images and the email address and everything, and also we've got the sign up form. So what we want to do here, we want to add we want to call an API, or we want to make an API call, and then we are going to use 10-stack query to do that. Let me just quickly search 10-stack query. 10-stack query. Okay, so if you want to know more about 10-stack query, mutations, and use query, please come here and learn more about it. Okay, so how are we going to do that? As you can see, guys, so how are we going to do that? We are not going to, what can I say? Apologies about that. We're just going to come here and make copy and paste. Okay, because I write my code in such a way that it's easy to transfer code from one place to another, because there is a certain naming convention. Okay, so we want a form mutation here. So we've got the form submit. Let's just check the form mutation. Okay, so what do I want to do? This form mutation starts from here and it goes down up until here. Okay, as you can see, this is form mutation. So let's just copy this and go back here, and then let's go back. Okay, we've got the utils. Make sure you get your utils, form schema, the form type, the form methods, the form submit. Now let's put the form mutation, which is, this is the mechanism that will help us to, what can I say? This will help us to create a user. Okay, let's say this is number 6. Okay, form mutation. Okay, so this uses use mutation from 10-stack query, as you can see. Okay, and then what we want to do here, 10-stack query always wants a mutation key. Okay, let's say add user. Okay, this is some sort of a unique identifier that identifies this query. Okay, this data is going to be saved in a certain state, so when you want it again, you can find it on that state. When this data is stale, let's say 10-stack query will some sort of refresh it and save it there, but more about that later. I'm going to explain in details. Okay, for now you can just go to 10-stack query to see how it works. Okay, so as you can see, guys, we want to save the user. Okay, so we are done with this one. So this mutation, when you are calling it, the function, the mutation function, when you are calling it, when we are using it, okay, it will receive a form data. Okay, this is the form data, and it will receive this form data. Okay, and then this form data, we are going to, what can I say? We are going to return, what do we call this function? A function like this. It's not an async function. Okay, let me just see here. Maybe I might get an idea from this. It's a promise. Okay, it's a promise. Okay, meaning that it will fetch the data, or it will call the API, and it might return a value, okay, later, okay, or return the results later. So we've got a create function here that you pass an API and the form data. Okay, where is this coming from? Remember, we said we've got a high order component that supplies us with util. So as you can see, I don't think we are going to read anything. I don't think we are going to use the user ID for now. I don't think we are going to use the object form data and is loading. Okay, so as you can see, guys, I'm just getting these things from the high order component. Okay, from the high order component. So let's go back here. for mutation, use mutation. Okay, as you can see, we're going to receive data. And then from then, if there's an error, we throw an error. What is the form name? Okay, failed to create user. Okay, so for now, we don't really need a form name. Let's just say failed to create user. On success, we need to invalidate query. Okay. Is there any query that we need to invalidate on creation? Let's see. If we've created a user, what do we have to invalidate? The idea of invalidation in React query, it's like, okay, this form mutation creates a record. Okay, maybe in the same page, okay, there is a query that displayed a list of users. So when you are invalidating that query with this query key, you are just telling it to refetch the data so that it can be updated. So it's like you can't create the data and still load from the old data. So how do we keep these things synchronized? So this is how you keep them synchronized. Once you create something using with mutation, there are some queries that you have to invalidate. Invalidate just means you have to refresh. You are telling all those queries to refresh. So wherever they are, they will refresh automatically, and the tables which they are using, they will refresh, and everything will refresh. So here at the moment, I don't think we really have something to what can I say, to revalidate. Okay, as you can see, guys, now we are resetting the form. Okay, when we are resetting the form, that means it goes back to these defaults. That means when everything is successful, it needs to delete. Okay, and then from there, we are also resetting the image. Okay, image reset. I think we are getting this from where? I think we are getting this from that hook. Oh, okay, my apologies about that. It comes from the utils. Okay, but I think let's go to that hook of mine. Suppose this is there. Okay, I suppose on that hook, let's check image reset. Where is that hook? This one. Let's check. Don't we have image reset here? Let's see. Not really. Okay. I don't know why I have put this aside. Okay. I think here is this function. Here is a reset function somewhere here. But obviously, it's been a while since I've been working on this. Okay. But what we want to do when we are resetting the image, we need to always pass the same name. Okay. So that this image can be resetted. So this is what we want to do. That means the image that is there must be deleted so that it can be ready. So let's change this and type user created. User created. Okay. So now that we've got the mutation, we need an API route. Okay, that we are going to use. What can I say? To send this data to. So let's just go to the submit method. Let's just go to the submit method. Let me just control what find, and then form sub. Okay, this is form submit. I want the second one. Here is it. As you can see, I have commented some code here because this form mutation was not there. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, so once we receive the data from the form, okay, we will convert form data into object data. And then from there, let's try to console log this data. Okay, let's console log this data as it is, the one that comes from here. Okay, so at this point in time, I don't think we really need to call the form mutation. Okay, cannot find the name. Console dot log. Okay, I think that is it. So now when I click submit, I am supposed to get this data, okay, to see it on the browser. Okay, don't mind much about a lot of things. Now I will explain these things to you now and what's going on there in details. Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's check the console, and then let's add an image. Okay, one, and then This is supposed to be the name. Okay, this is supposed to be the name. Let's say Matthew, and the surname HLAZO, and the email Hlazo Matthew, which is my email, and this is the password. So if there is something wrong, this will never go through. It will always indicate that something must be done, as you can see, guys. Okay, so if everything goes well, suppose it console logs the details. Okay, I think we are winning, guys. Check here. We've got the password, which is Tabo. We've got the email address, which is my email address, which is, we've got the username Matthew. We've got the profile image. As you can see here is the name, download image, and we've got the same name. Okay, so that means we are ready to send this data to the API. Okay, and then let's send it. Okay, fine. Before we do that, there is one important thing that you need to know about sending data to the API or to the server. There are two ways to go about it. Let me show you here. What you see, I think we can even get this from here, with, as you can see. Okay, so this data, guys, this one, as you can see, this is just a JSON object. Okay, this is a JSON object. This is not a form data. Okay, this is a JSON object, meaning that you can send this data to a server. Okay, it will be there, you will get it on a server. But when your data has got an image, you can't send it as a JSON object, because the JSON object doesn't carry images. It just carry text. Okay, it doesn't carry images. So when you are going to send it to the server with an image, then it has to be a form data. Okay, so this method convert to form data, or converted form data, is equal to object to form data. Okay, you pass this data and it's going to convert this into form data. Okay, so that means we can take this form data and console log it here. Okay, I think the same thing will work, but obviously maybe the shape of the data might be a little bit different. Okay, how the data looks like, and then let's click sign up. As you can see, guys, now this is form data. Look at the structure of the form data. Okay, as you can see, it's totally different, because it can also what can I say, it can also carry the images. Okay, which is the JSON file, or the JSON data that we had here. This one doesn't really carry the images, so we've converted this into form data. That's what we were doing there, and then we are ready to send this to the mutation, which is here. We are calling the API. Okay, form.mutate, we are passing this data. Form data is equal to converted form data. So we know that we don't have the API call yet, which is where is it? Okay, we know that this doesn't exist, but what we want to see is, do we receive this data as a payload on the network? So let's try that. Let's try and check that. Okay, let's go to networks. As you can see, guys, so let's see, is it going to attempt to hit that endpoint, the one that does not exist? It looks like it does. You see, there's an error. Okay, it looks like it does. Let's check here. Okay, this is an error. Where is the payload? Okay, username Matthew, user surname Hlazo, user email is this, and profile, it's binary, as you can see. Okay, even here is the same thing. So that means we can send this data to a server. So what we need to do now, before we do that, okay, my apologies about that. Before we do that, there's something that we need. Whenever we click here, what can I do? Okay, let's first, what can we do? What do I want to do? Okay, what do I want? Okay, let's first start with the endpoint. Okay, so let's go to our app, and then inside our app we need to create a folder API. Okay, this folder API needs to imitate this file structure. Okay, so meaning that in this folder API we need to have auth. Okay, we need to have auth. My apologies about this. We need to have auth. Okay, which is inside auth we want sign in, and then inside the auth we also want sign up. Okay, now we are in a server. Okay, and then from there we want to do route.ts. Okay, route.ts, we are in a server now, so our endpoint, it's this one. Okay, so let's just do what? Let's just create a host method that will receive the data and console log it. Since now we are on a server, the console log won't show here on the browser, it will show here on the terminal. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's export const post capital letter, and then let's receive a request. Okay, rec as what is it, as a next request. Okay, as a next request, this is a data type. Okay, all right, and then let's create a normal function as usual. Okay, and then what do we want to do? Let's see, export const post equal to, okay, rec is defined but it's never used. Okay, cool. And then what do we want to do? Let's say const form data is equal to rec dot, suppose there is a form data here. Okay, as you can see, guys, I'm getting the form data here. Is assign a value but it's never used. I think we need even to await this. Okay, we need to await this, and then once we get an await here, we need async here. Okay, this needs to run asynchronously. Okay, so we need to await this and get it here. And then how do I access the data from here? Okay, how do I access this data from here? I think there is a .get method here. Okay, from this form. Let's say this dot, let's say get. Yes, I think I can say .get, and then I will say maybe user name. Okay, that means the username will be here. Const username is equal to, so the username will be here. So now I need to return back this username. Okay, if I got it, and then I think I have to check for null values. Okay, let's see, check here. We are going to get a form data entry value or null. That's not what we want, so that means here we need to check for null values. If this, okay, if it's not null, okay, not false, and then let's say if it's not true, which is it's false, then do this. Okay, what do I do then here? I'm supposed to return. Okay, I'm supposed to return, I think, but what am I returning? I think I have to return a next response. Let's see. I'm supposed to return a next response. Okay, guys, I just got a disturbance. I will be back now. Okay, guys, thank you so much for waiting for me. Okay, so I was here. I want to return something. Okay, I think there is a function which is next response. Okay, next response dot json. Okay, dot json. Okay, This is what we want to do. So the first argument, it's whatever that you want to return, which is in our case, we were saying if this is not true, then we are returning an error. So let's just type here error. Okay. What can we type here? No username. Okay, no username. That means should we continue here, it means that we've got the username. We can, oh, another thing, the response code. Okay, I think I can do this and type your status. Okay, the status, it's 400. Okay, the status is 400, I think. Yes, I think it's 400. And then let's continue and let's just copy this as is. Okay, if all goes well, we need to return a response, which is success. Do we really need a message? I don't think we really need a message. Let's just return this username as is. Okay. All right. So we are receiving the form data. So from the form data, do I have to await this? I don't think so. Let me check. Okay, as you can see, this is as is. And also it can be null, but I don't really need to await it. Okay, cool. So as you can see, guys, in this endpoint, we are receiving the request, and then from the request, we are getting the form data, and then from the form data, we are getting the username. Okay, check if does it exist. If it doesn't exist, return an error in a way. If everything goes well, return the username. And that is it. So what we want to do now, we want to make sure that we've got this API auth sign up, and that is it. So let's go to our mutation and here in our mutation API auth, sign up, and that is it. Okay. Suppose we are able to send this information to this endpoint. And this endpoint, where is it? Route. This endpoint is supposed to return to us accordingly. Okay. And let's check. Come back here. All right. And let's see. Okay. Let's go to the network tab. Okay. Let's see where is it going to send this. Sign up. As you can see, guys, it's sending it to sign up. Obviously, we are receiving an error. Let's check why. The response. Okay. It gives us the username, so that means we are able to get the username. It's Matthew. But why it says there is an error? Obviously it's my response code, guys. My apologies. This means an error. So when everything goes well, more especially when it comes to creating data, I think I'm supposed to put 201. Okay, so let's just sign up again to test. As you can see, guys, everything has been successful, and this has been resetted. Okay, but now this is the only thing that doesn't reset. Okay, so how do I reset this image on Mtt Component? Let's see. Okay, where is the code that is responsible for resetting? So guys, as you can see, this is how we get the form data. What else do I want to check? What else do I want to check? Okay, I will come back here. Let's go to form data. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, the Met image doesn't reset. Okay, the Met image doesn't reset, as you can see, guys. Okay, oh, okay, here is image reset. User profile image form reset. Why it doesn't reset the image? Why? I really don't understand. User profile image, that's the right thing. Okay, let me just go to definition, and then even from here, let me go to definition. I want to see where am I getting it. Okay, the image reset. Where is the actual image reset? Let's see. Okay, Let's see. I think this is the typing. Okay, this is the typing. Where are the actual things? Let's see. Image reset, string and name void. That's not what I want. Let me search for image reset here. There's only this one. Okay, let's see. Image reset is not working. Where am I? I think I'm on form sign up. So where do I get this? Is this? These are the types. Okay, this is not what I want. These are the types. I don't want the types. Okay, so what I want, it's this is what I want, guys. My apologies. The high order component. Okay, go to high order component. Where is the form, the image reset? Where are you getting it? Okay, as you can see, const met display, met image display, and met file image and reset. Okay, now I see. Okay, so that means we have it, it's reset, but here I have renamed it to image reset. Okay, that means we are getting this from the use met media as I have what can I say, assumed. Okay, so I was right. So that means we can get it from here if we want to. Okay, if here it doesn't work, as you can see, this one is giving us some issues. It doesn't want to reset it. Let's see. What do I want to do? Okay, this image reset, suppose it resets this part. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let me just use reset. Okay, and I have to take this reset from that hook, use met image. Use met image. Let's see, I'm moving up and down my code. Where is that hook? Okay, here is it. So that means here I can get reset. Okay, and then I can use it where? Let's see. Okay, why this is here? As you can see, it needs to be before this. Okay. And what else? Okay, let's check again. No, thanks. Okay. Image, email address, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then let's check. Okay, go to network. Okay, everything is resetting now, guys. Okay, as you can see. Okay, everything is resetting. I'm happy with this. All right. What else do we want to do? Let's just check something here. Okay, let me just show you something. Okay, whatever, email address. Okay, let's see. Oh, first of all, let me make the network slow, okay, so that this can take time. Where do I want to go? Network throttling, fast, slow 4G, let's say 3G. Okay, I'm hoping this is going to be slow. Okay, I want to show you something. I want to show you what happens when this is still loading and I am busy changing things here. And also when this is still loading, what prevents me from clicking this again? Okay, because next we are going to deal with that. So let me just click, as you can see. So I can edit this while it's busy loading and I can click loading again. Okay, as you can see, that is a problem. Okay, so let's fix that. So how are we going to do that? We are going to use a combination of React 10-stack query. We need to get some Boolean variables from there. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay, these components have got some, what can I say? My apologies. They have got some Boolean flags, okay, which is read only. Sometimes you can set them to be read only, okay. So let's first start with this loading, okay. Let's go to Mtt Component wrappers. We've got is loading. As you can see, this is loading, okay. So this is just a component that wraps anything, okay. Let me show you. Let's see. Let's go to the submit, the Mtt submit. Okay, Mtt submit. We need to wrap this with is loading. Okay, let me just, I don't have to copy it from there. I can just type here is loading this component. Okay, this component needs a Boolean value, which is loading also. So if this is equal to true, that means this will load. Okay, let's check. Is it loading? Okay, let's see here. So this is supposed to replace this with the loading. As you can see, it's loading. So if this is false, that means it won't be loading. So it will show the button. Okay, just a moment. Okay, as you can see, that means it's not loading. So what we need to do, we need to rely on 10 stack query, which is the mutation. Okay, which is the mutation. So in the mutation, you can get for mutation. Okay, as I am mutating, okay, I've got some sort of a value, a Boolean value, which is pending. So if is pending is equal to true, that means the is loading also is going to be true. That means this component will load. Okay, dot is pending. So if this is pending, this component will be true, so that means it will load. As soon as it changes, when it's done saving things, and then it will come back and it will show the button. So that is the use of is loading. Okay, let's just check the is loading, how it works. Okay, all right, let's see the is loading, how it works. You can check here. Okay, 10 stack query, it's busy, it's pending. When it's done, as you can see, this shows up. Okay, cool. Now when I am busy loading, I am able to change these things. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, so what we want to do as well, we want to go to each and every one of these components. Okay, meaning that read only, it's going to be true when is pending, it's true. Okay, when is pending, it's true, be true. When is pending, it's true, be true. That means what can I say, be disabled when this is still loading. Okay, let's see, met image display, nope. I want this is met text. Where is met image file? Does it has is loading? I think it's a sorry, read only. Okay, yes, I think it has a read only property. Okay, so we got it here, we got it here, we got it here, we got it here. Okay, let's check again. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what this is. No thanks. Let's check this error. Environment variable, I will fix this later. Okay, so let's check, guys. Where is the network? I'm in the network already. So why don't I have the image? Okay, so let me sign up. Now, as you can see, there's nothing I can do, okay, until it's done. When it's done, then I can do something. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this is how powerful what can I say, this is how powerful metform is. Okay, If you think that's all, this doesn't end there. Okay. Let's say for some reason, what can I say? Let's say for some reason you forgot to put a field here. Let's say, which one is this? Let's say it's password. Okay. If you don't have this field, you might think your form, you see, you might think your form is supposed to work as usual. So meaning that you will put your own things here. You forgot to put something there, put the same name here, and then when you click here, it will tell you this is required, and then you'll put this and think that everything is going to work, but things don't work because there is a password which is required. So how are you going to know? Maybe you might have forgot something. Okay. So how are you going to know that? This Mtt component has got a debug functionality. So you can come here. Where is Mtt component? Mtt form. Okay. Then it has got a debug mode. Okay. Your form is stuck and you don't know why. Okay. As you can see, this is the debug mode. Okay. You can drag this to wherever. Okay. You can drag this to wherever. Okay. So on debug mode, you can watch the values. Okay, let me show you. You can watch the values in each and every field. Let's check watch values. You see, you take this. So these are the values at the moment: username, user surname, user email, password is empty. Okay, this might give you a hint as to maybe you are missing the password, but that's not all. If you want to see the exact error here, you can just click here, watch errors. Then this will tell you what are the errors that you have. Okay, what are the errors that you have? Okay, as you can see, so password required. This might remind you that password is required. Okay, so we've got 4 JSX elements: 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we were supposed to have 5. Okay, let's look at the values. Okay, the values shows nothing. Okay, so we are supposed to have 5. Okay, so we can come back here and then we can click undo so that we can have this. Okay, and then from then this is supposed to be working. Okay, as you can see, we don't really need this. Let's just click refresh. Okay, as you can see, guys, so it has got the debug mode, but this doesn't end there. Okay, there is a prop for icon. I think it's an indicator on the Mtt form. You will see what it does. I think there is a prop. Let me check. Which one is it? Label type. This is a Mtt text. I want a Mtt form. So which one is it? The indicator. Okay, let's say we want to see the indicator. Okay. Okay, let's see. An indicator, it's an icon that is here. Okay, as you can see now, the icon is here, which this was not supposed to be like this. This icon is supposed to be somewhere in the corner. Okay, I don't know why it's at the bottom, but that doesn't matter. What we can do is to make sure that the margin top of this, it's somewhat like, let's try 10. Okay, let's see. This is supposed to move down a little bit. So as you can see, so this is supposed to be like this. So this indicator is telling you that it looks like everything is okay. But let's see, when you are signing up, okay, it shows an exclamation icon telling you that your things are not set yet. Okay, click this. As you can see, it's still here. It's telling you that there is still some sort of a problem. And then once you put your email, okay, as usual, and then check here, that means everything is well. So this is the indicator. Okay, so guys, I think that's about it when it comes to Mtt form. Okay, as you can see, the Mtt form components, it's fully featured. It has got the debug mode, it has got the indicator, and it has got everything. So meaning that now we can take the data to we can take the data to where to the API. Okay, guys, let's end this here. Okay, remember even the dark mode is still working fine. Okay, because it comes fully featured with Mtt components. Okay, so don't forget, guys, I've got these two courses. If you might want to learn more from me, it's React Advanced Component Composition. I'm teaching you higher level design patterns. Okay, and also here, this is Next.js Chassis and UI with TypeScript. This is Next.js for beginners. I'm Mtt Component, the designer and developer. Please, if you like the content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one.